Cancer is exceedingly overwhelming, and it's devastating. It drains the life supply right out of your spirit, not just your body.
I heard the word malignant, and I thought, oh, I'm toast. I'm going to die, and how am I going to tell my husband? I hadn't even told him that I had come in for the test. I just thought, oh, it's nothing, why worry him? And how am I going to go home and tell him that I have cancer? It was the hardest day of my life, bar none.
After you had surgery and you thought you were done, that it's back and no one can tell you where it is, when it's going to attack, how long you have. None of those questions have answers. You think this is like trying to nail a cloud on a barn. This is very shifty stuff.
You know you're in trouble when the radiologist leans down and takes your hand and says, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
As a pastor, I've held the hand of hundreds of people who have had the cancer walk. I've been with them from the beginning. I've held their hand as they died. Deepest moving experience was with my wife, Polly. Now, she battled cancer for over 20 years. But then came that day when we were told it was no longer under control. That was the most devastating day of our lives. It just took our breath away.
Cancer is a big problem for all of the human race, and it's a big problem for people who live in this community.
Of all the diagnoses that we deal with in medicine, cancer is probably the most devastating to patients. And it's also one that requires more coordination of care than virtually any other disease that we deal with.
The way we deliver cancer care today is much different. It is truly multidisciplinary.
We have been talking about a cancer center for 15 years because we know it's a better way to treat patients. It's better for the patient.
We have all the right pieces, but we have them in lots of locations. And that makes it very difficult for patients to navigate the system.
The care that I had in Munson was absolutely phenomenal. What could have made it better, even more phenomenal, is if I could have just gone one place and received it all.
Sometimes it might take 3 or 4 weeks to go through the whole process, see all the doctors you need to see, and come up with a plan. And we can do better than that.
Days seem like years when you haven't started the treatment yet and you're waiting. When you don't know yet what your treatment is, you run through every scenario in your mind.
Probably my first thought was, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Where can we go? Where can we get the best possible? What can we do? Where can we go? Everybody goes through that. And by having this cancer center, we're going to help eliminate that part of the game. They'll know where to go for the best.
Cancer changes, I think, every aspect of someone's life. They're anxious, they think about it all the time, they're frightened. So that's where we as nurses want to give them the knowledge to help them live with cancer.
What you got to do is understand the problem and set out on a path of treatment. And that's what I think having the confidence in a team in a cancer center can do for you.
Once in the middle of the night, I said to my husband, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this.
The one thing that cancer patients need the most is love.
We've cried more in the last 6 months of our marriage than in 26 years put together.
Love comes in many forms. And love comes from a physician who holds your hand while he's talking to you. It comes from someone in radiation who sits down and treats you like a person. It comes from a hospital that surrounds you with the care of providing the best it can.
Our community is saying, you need a cancer center. And in fact, they're telling us if you don't have a cancer center, we may go somewhere else to get treated.
I have treated patients as young as 2 weeks old up to in their late 90s and 100. So this is illness that affects everyone, and everyone will be able to benefit from this cancer center.
The current financial situation is such that we cannot do this alone. We need help from our community to make this happen.
My hope for this cancer center would be that people don't waste a lot of time interviewing doctors in Detroit, Ann Arbor, New York, that people can go and get started on dealing with the uncertainty right here.
The services at this hospital are so amazing. It doesn't make sense not to have a cancer center that is, top of the line.
I wish we'd have had this 10 years ago, but we didn't. Now we have the chance to provide this wonderful service to the people of Northern Michigan. We can make it happen. Let's do it.